You've blamed the US and other actors for ousting you as Prime Minister, and you have made it abundantly clear that you wish to return to power. Wouldn't accusing the current government of perpetrating the assassination attempt without proof work in favour of your political endeavours? That's certainly what your critics are suggesting.
Becky, I don't need any reason to accuse this government for me to get back into power. Every opinion poll in Pakistan, 75% of the by-elections have been won by us. All the opinion polls, this is the most popular party. You don't need to accuse people of assassination so that you get more popular in this country. We know what is happening. You know, the two people I've accused, Shehbaz Sharif, the Prime Minister, and the Interior Minister, both have been accused for a massacre. 12 people were massacred, and about 60 were hit with bullets when the police opened fire at an unarmed crowd which was planning to do a political protest. It's called the Model Town Massacre. They have been accused of killing people, assassination, extrajudicial killing. This is not the first time they've done it. And as for the intelligence agency, the officer involved, we know how the evidence was, how this whole plot opened up. We know how the video, who made the video, from where it went to the which journalist, how it was orchestrated, and then the cover-up that is taking place.
Okay.
Since, as you said, this guy appears on television. How was this allowed? This guy allowed to?
I am hearing your accusations. Let me put this to you. Yeah. Let me just put this to you. Pakistan's Electronic Media Regulatory Authority had initially issued a ban on airing your speeches. That was until the Prime Minister himself used his executive order to reverse that ban. Some will see that as a show of good faith in light of your allegations against him. Do you see it as such?
Two things, Becky. The clampdown on the media in Pakistan is unprecedented. One of the best investigative journalists in Pakistan, Arshad Sharif, he was assassinated in Kenya just a couple of weeks back. This guy was exposing this whole plot that took place against me. That he was hounded out of Pakistan. He ended up going to Dubai. From there, he went to Kenya, where he was killed. There, two of my closest aides, one was my chief of staff, one was a senator, Azam Swati. Both were stripped naked, tortured. Both blamed the senior intelligence officer who was responsible for the torture. So look, the clampdown that has taken place on media is unprecedented in Pakistan. So for him to suddenly say that, they will lift the ban on me, it would not have withstood in any court of law. On what basis would they ban me? And by the way, how come as a person who was about to be assassinated, how come I cannot name those people who I'm suspicious about who planned this attempt on me?
You continue to call this an assassination attempt, and you say you had evidence that this was going to happen beforehand, and you say now that you want an independent investigation. I just do wonder what information you were given and from whom to support those allegations.
So number one, Becky, on 24th of September, there is my public speech where I exactly, as the events unfolded, they are in that speech. How this would happen, how religious, in the name of blasphemy, a religious fanatic would kill me and then they would blame it on him. All this is in my speech, which I put on television, it's on social media. Secondly, remember 3.5 years I was in power. I have connections with intelligence agencies, the different agencies that operate. How did I get the information? From within the intelligence agencies. Why? Because most people are appalled by what is going on in this country. What is happening in Pakistan is unprecedented. I was in General Musharraf's martial law. I was put in jail during his time. Never did we see the sort of oppression that is going on right now in Pakistan, never happened even in Musharraf's martial law.
All right. Imran Khan, we've run out of time. I thank you for joining us. The point of view of the former Prime Minister, and listen, so we do wish you a speedy recovery. Thank you.